Ever envisioned a train being driven by a child? Not a toy one, but a real one. I hadn't, until told about the little person driving the train, the theory that an emotionally wounded child later takes over as the engineer, making childish decisions as an adult due to still being stuck in a child's mind. A friend told me that her counselor told her to speak to the little girl inside her in order to resolve childhood issues in hopes of releasing some current health issues. When first learning of the train analogy, I thought, oh no, another so-called expert trying to dig up repressed feelings from someone's past. But when I read online statements from the book that my friend's therapist recommended she read, some really hit home. We probably all have had instances where we've wondered, who in the world said that or made that decision? And such a delayed takeover doesn't have to include a previous trauma, although it often does. In those cases, the minds of the hurting children are the ones navigating the tracks later in life, a train wreck in the making. In my case, as a shy, sensitive little girl who grew up on stage, there was an odd blend of feeling both inferior and superior. Audiences were smiling and clapping, so it seemed that I was special, and my mommy told me I was, bless her heart. Though she and some other family members doted, I felt far less than special outside our circle. Some humbling grade school experiences had caused reality to set in, a reality that I didn't like. A puppy love breakup in the 3rd grade, which did seem traumatic at the time, confirmed the nagging feeling that I wasn't enough, unaccepted. So I craved the limelight, where I did feel accepted, even applauded. Driven by the desire to override feeling inept and inferior, my efforts didn't stop with dancing. I tried acting, singing, modeling, writing, TV, and radio. I even tried to be Miss America, but I didn't even win the crown of Miss Town. The whisperings in my head after that defeat tried to convince me that I was indeed a nobody. So I stayed on stage to feel like somebody. In my 30s, having grown weary of the stage, I turned to workaholism, trying to find my worth in my work. It soon became apparent that I was still seeking applause. At age 49, tired of feeling like a workhorse, my high school sweetheart suddenly appeared to reunite. His interest in me started to dissolve the rejected feeling. I didn't want the new accepted feeling to dissolve, so the mismatched relationship continued long after I knew that it shouldn't. There was indeed a wounded inner child making that choice, like a little person driving the train. Of course, none of us can blame our former classmates or anyone for our own poor choices at any age. But acknowledging our wounds can help us understand those choices and even forgive ourselves for those choices. Perhaps it's us who don't accept ourselves? Thankfully, God accepts us. We can safely let the Lord drive the train. If we're not careful, the wily foe may actually be driving it, or at least conducting it. Ellen White wrote about that regarding the delusion that was spreading and the results that were shown to her by an angel. And that was in the 1800s. Can you imagine the delusion that's spreading now? Here are excerpts from her statements. A train of cars was shown me, going with the speed of lightning. It seemed that the whole world was on board. Said the angel, "They are binding in bundles, ready to burn." Then he showed me the conductor, who appeared like a stately, fair person, whom all the passengers looked up to and reverenced. I was perplexed and asked my attending angel who it was. He said, "It is Satan. He is the conductor in the form of an angel of light. He has taken the world captive. They are given over to strong delusions, to believe a lie, and they are all going with lightning speed to perdition." That's not to scare us, but to awaken us. Are we anywhere on that train? If so, let's jump off. The train may be going fast, but let's jump off anyway. And because it is going so fast, the sooner the better that we jump. Let's jump and never look back, only up. Our Savior will catch us. It's far better than Satan catching us. Today is decision-making time, and time is running out. Who's driving the train?